Hello, I'm Bill Spurlock, Director of Rutherford County Schools. I'd like to take a few moments to speak with you on career and technical education. The goal of every educator is to prepare students for college and careers. Now, we understand that college lasts a finite amount of time, whereas a career lasts a lifetime. Currently in the United States, college student loan debt is at $1.7 trillion. Now, this is not only unsustainable, it's unnecessary. Our mission statement in Rutherford County Schools is to empower today's students to grasp tomorrow's opportunities. These opportunities not only exist in our core classes, but they also exist in our career and technical education classes. We have 39 programs of study, and within each one of those programs of study, we have a multitude of career clusters. We have in our classes the ability for students to not only get high school credit, but also college credit. And some can even take an industry certification test and be prepared for some of the most challenging and the most rewarding careers. We are strong proponents of career technical education.
Hi, my name is Leslie Trail. I teach in Rutherford County for Eagleville School. I became a teacher after several years of working in business. I actually enjoyed working in business, but I didn't feel like the jobs that I had were fulfilling me. I really wanted to feel like I was making a difference and that it was a tangible difference, something that I could see in people's lives. So I wanted a career where I felt I could make an impact. And certainly I was probably making an impact in the business community. But as I really considered what it was that I wanted out of life, I decided to completely change careers and move into teaching so that I could see that impact on an individual basis with my students. A typical day as a teacher looks similar day in, day out, in that every day I'm going to come to my classroom, I'm going to get my lessons set up, and then I am going to work with my students engaging in lessons. Because I teach in the high school level, I see a lot of different students every single day. But that's really where the day-to-day similarities stop. With every day, I will have different discussions with students. We will dig into texts, since I'm an English teacher, in different ways. We will think about where we are as learners and then consider where we want to go and even make changes in the lessons that I might have planned or the discussions that we might have. After I'm done teaching my students each day, then I think towards the next day and the plans that I have for that day. I make changes as needed. I look at my long-range planning and make adjustments based on my student needs for that, and then I grade their work. So while a typical day in the life of a teacher has a lot of similarities, it doesn't get boring because every student is different and every lesson is different. You know, when someone thinks about going into education, the first thing you think about doing is becoming a teacher. And for a lot of people, that is exactly the direction you're going to go. But there are many jobs in this industry. Almost every business corporation has trainers. And so someone with an education degree absolutely would be a fit for a trainer position in the business environment. There are also education opportunities at colleges and universities if you decided to move forward with advanced degrees, where you can then take those skills and use them in teaching other people. For example, in addition to teaching at Eagleville School, I teach adjunct at MTSU, so I'm actually helping teach teachers how to teach. So once you get a degree in education, it actually opens up a lot of different training opportunities for you. So as a high school teacher, the first thing I did was decide what type of information I would want to teach. For me, my undergraduate degree is in English. Most people who are going to become teachers also at the same time get a degree in education. That is the route I would recommend that you go. If you are interested in teaching elementary school or even preschool, you would look at an early elementary education degree. And so that would give you opportunities to teach in the K through 6 and even pre-K environment. I was more interested in teaching high school, so I have a secondary degree. And because my undergraduate degree was just in English, I actually went back to school and got my master's in education. So there are several different ways you can decide to enter into the education field. It really is up to you and what suits your path the best. Students should want to become educators if you enjoy sharing things that you are passionate about with other people. If you love the study of math, then you should absolutely consider being a math teacher. If you are someone who is passionate about studying language and you want to share a love of Spanish or French or German with other people, then that is a great opportunity for you. But even more than loving the subject, you need to love working with other people. In other words, if you enjoy seeing people understand a new concept because it's something you've shared with them, then education would be a great field for you. And then the only question is, what age interests you the most? For some people, they really enjoy working with younger children, with children who are just learning how to read or how to do those math problems. For others, like me, I enjoy working with people who already have that base knowledge so that we can move forward in our learning and we can grow together. So when you begin to think about, do I want to be a teacher? Teaching is so much more than perhaps what you've experienced even in the classroom, because it's about how you as an individual can then relate to those around you and to other people as you share things that you enjoy.
I chose this pathway because I knew that I wanted to work with children, and I knew that this was the best way to have a hands-on experience. Some things that I get to do in class each day are, whether it's working with children or learning about how they develop, I can either go online with my teacher and do research, or I can come work hands-on in the preschool, or go to student teaching at other schools. Some of the most important things that I've learned are how to work with children and know when they've developed, where they're developing at, and where they're at in their stages, and how to correctly teach them in a way that they can understand. My favorite experience has been being able to watch the children grow from the beginning of the year to the end and see how we've been able to help them. Other students should want to sign up for this program because it's not just about teaching. You can be in this program and just want to work with children, whether it be a social worker, a coach, or a counselor. You don't have to finish this program and be a teacher. You can be whatever you want and still work with children. The most important thing you should know is that over the last 4 years, you learn so much about how children develop that you can see where they're at and how they act and why they do what they do. And that really can help you with why kids are having tantrums or why they're acting up. You can see kind of what's going on in their brain, and that helps you to be a better teacher or just helps you to be a better parent.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Dillman, and I am the Teaching as a Profession pathway teacher at Oakland High School. I love education because it is really the beginning of everything. It's the beginning of all the other professions. We start in this place with these kids, and we get to grow them into these adults that will take over and, be the future of our world. So Oakland High School is a little bit different than some of the other Teaching as a Profession pathway classes. We actually have 2 options. So you can choose to do elementary or you can choose to do secondary. Our elementary students who come through the program, they run our preschool, which we have here. They also get to go and do internships in elementary schools. We also have a secondary pathway that has nothing to do with preschool. They work with our middle school partner, which is Oakland Middle School. And so they get to go in starting their sophomore year in the second year of this pathway, and they get to internship with a teacher in the grade or the subject matter that they're interested in. So if you're interested in math, they get to go intern with a math teacher at the middle school and see what that's all about. And then in the last year of this pathway, they get to do a full year of internship. So TAP 3 it's almost like student teaching. So you get to go, and I put you where you're interested. So kindergarten, first grade, middle school, whatever you're interested in, whatever subject matter you're interested in, I find a placement there, and you get to spend pretty much the entire year working with that teacher as a teacher, which is great. It's a great experience. Most people that are going into education do not have that kind of experience. So it's great to get that hands-on and be able to work with students and see what works. So it's really neat. And there's two options. So if you're not into little kids, you can still do this pathway and still be involved in education. I have a lot of guys who are interested in coaching and teaching, and we can give you experience in that too. So it's a very diverse program, and we kind of have something for everybody. Your pathway class that you will choose, whatever pathway you choose in high school, kind of becomes your home at school, your home away from home. And when it's something that you're passionate about and something that you're excited about, it's really neat to have that place in the building, that place where you fit, where you're doing what it is that you like to do. And if you have any desire to work with kids or students or to teach, this is the place. This becomes the home away from home for a lot of students. They get to be a teacher here, and they get to practice, and start practicing that craft here. And it's really awesome. They get more experience, which leads to a lot of jobs that they can do while they're in college. I have a ton of students who, because you take this pathway, it makes you eligible for certain jobs in the community, like working with ESP that you can do in high school. So there's a lot of benefits that come along with it. Plus, if you're not really sure what else you might be interested in, most people will have children in their lifetime. And this kind of gives you an insight into how kids develop, what they're about, how to teach them. So it really is good life skills also, not just to teach, but just in your family that you will have one day.